Good morning. Searching for food this morning. Look at them. Look at them. I'm not even scared of the cars. Cut her up, folks. Quite healthy. Can you imagine living in the wild and surviving for hundreds of years in this forest? You reach a point now where there are so many. The forest department has to sometimes allow hunting to keep the population down. The big boy is right behind that tree. And if I go outside, he's gonna run away. Good morning, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer. Welcome. Yes, today we are trying to understand, explore the wildness, the wild nature, or the wild animals of the neighborhood. Try to understand how they survive, how they communicate. Here we are now. Wow. See, he's defending this animal kingdom. They have one male controls a number of females, and you notice as soon as the other one came up, the buck got up and charged towards the other. Maybe that's a young buck, but obviously this female must be part of his harem, or harem. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. And you have cars. So the hearing is very sharp. Any sound they try to detect what it is. And I get used to car sound and certain people's voices, and they'll learn to survive around that. There you are now. She's picking up some kind of sound. She doesn't understand. She's trying to detect what it is. So somebody inside is showering. Here he is now. Big boy. Deers in this region, they're quite large. For some reason, the bears in Maryland, they're large, larger than the deers in Florida. I would even say they're larger than the deers up north. I think this forested here in this green belt college park here is producing a lot of food for them. Lots of nuts, grass, people's household plants. They have devastated my garden. He has antler, so he's not too old. Maybe I can't detect. If you can count the antlers, you can know how old he is. So he looks like he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 sprongs on each horn, on each side, each horn. Ever so often he comes up to the yard and uses horns and scratch down, scratch around the surface of the young plants. And sometimes destroy them. I have a plant in the front that he root up the whole, well, root away the protective fence. I have other plants in the front that he scratches self. I don't know if he's scratching irritation on the head or he's just mad. See, this one doesn't go away. She's part of the, as I said, part of the family that he controls. Just hoping that he comes back into view. Here we go. Wow. Man, that's bigger than a goat. Picking up some kind of sound. But you can see that he's quite comfortable in the neighborhood, because he has learned, as I said before, he's learned to feel comfortable with the sound of the cars and the train, and realize that those are not dangerous. Let's see if we can count the antlers on his head. 1, 2, wow, it's hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know, the hunters may tell me 1. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. The hunters might be able to tell me if that's a 4-year-old buck. And the funny thing about this, the antlers, I think they fall off when it comes to autumn. They fall off. So when you see the deers during the fall, you're not sure. I think it's fall or spring, but it falls off once a year. There he is, folks. Beautiful. Wow. If I can bring it closer. I'm sure this buck. Oh, it's another buck around there. I tell my wife that they are brothers and she laughs at me. These two bucks grew up together. And they tend to share. Oh, he's getting. They know each other. See, the hair on his body kind of stand up, like he was kind of irritated with his brother. I think coming too close. She laughed at me and said, "How I know that they are brothers." But I've seen them. I remember when they were young. Their father, I think, was a massive thing. But often they just, when they're gonna die, they just fade away in the forest and you don't see them anymore. Once in a while you see a dead deer. Can imagine we folks, we're spending hundreds of dollars going to the doctors, getting high blood pressure tablets, cholesterol tablets, fat eradication tablets, headache tablets, diet tablets, everything is tablets. And here you have these animals in the forest pairing up in groups, in harem, getting pregnant, having babies, no midwifery, and they are surviving. When they have a headache, which doctor are they gonna call? Not the doctor. Maybe it's because of the food that they eat. They go around and they forage and they find nuts and they pick at almost every little grass. A little of this and a little of that. He's displaying this morning, folks. It's foggy. Fog has overset the whole valleys. So I'm not sure why they have come up to the ridge top this morning. And a whole bunch of them are down below this one. And it was snowing. I could not find not one of them. And now it's getting closer to spring. I've been seeing them yesterday. It's like they were hiding in some kind of a ravine or a hole to keep warm. Now it's getting warmer. The young grass is springing up and they're out. Look how beautiful he is. it's his harem. Ah, Cheryl, they're on full display this morning, not even moving from me.
What happened?
The deers.
Huh?
The deers. They're even laying down in the trash. And see the two of them there? Back there and another one there. But tell us they are brothers. But when that one came up, another female came up and he got up and rushed towards the other female. Like he never want that other female to be near his girlfriend. And then he hand drove out and it was right there. Not even got up and move. And the female came in and smelled him and then stand up right there. And they'd have back down there.
When you finish, you put some oil on my back for me.
I'm recording. Huh?
Record what now?
I'm recording.
So when you finish, you never said do it now.
Well, that's not the point. Like they're afraid of the fog. They come out of the valley. Well, it's amazing how they communicate. We human beings think we are the only animal on this planet that can communicate with each other. I've seen these deers gather in flock of up to one time 12 at the entrance to the park. It's like they're having a meeting saying, what are we going to do today? And I jokingly said, oh, whose garden they going to eat down today? So probably deciding which set goes which where, because they go in groups of sometimes 4 to 5. One set goes maybe east, one goes west, and then they congregate. So this morning we are observing the deers, the white-tailed deers of Maryland, of the United States. And why they're called white-tailed deers is when they, if you notice, if they get irritated or run away, when they're running away from you, all you see is they stick up the tail and expose the whiteness in the background. And if you see more than a group of 5 or 6, you just see 6 white dots just jumping and prancing through the forest ahead of you. And they'll run for maybe 100 yards or 2 and then they stop to listen if they're being followed. And if it's a dog following them, they'll listen for the sound of the dog or the hunter, and then they move again to another safe spot. See the white tail? So the white tail is down to keep their organs warm. And if they get, as I said, get irritated, they see the deer. All you see is the tail just prancing along the bushes. So back to the nutrition. So they eat a little of this and a little of that. Nuts, leaves, flowers. Go down to the river and drink water. And they keep healthy. Quite healthy. And so maybe we should do the same. Maybe the amount of meat we're eating is too much. Man, he's on full display this morning. Let's trying to compensate me for hiding from me the other day. Folks, you're watching Shippy the Explorer, exploring the wild kingdom from maybe 10-15 feet above the forest. If you like what you're seeing, like, share, subscribe. Just like to bring you some life, some good footing of nature. I'm scared to you. Look at that, look how big he is. One, two, three, four. So 4. Oh my gosh. If I can take out the screen. This thing is almost like a cow. See? That's what he does. He is scratching his horn antler against the plant. Let's see if I can take out the 'How big he is. Massive. That's easy, well, 100 and something pounds of animal. Full display, folks. It's a beautiful animal. Look there. Wow, you're showing off this morning, boy. Thank you. You're giving me a full display. Oh, here's the female in the, I think, the corner. He's looking like he wants a mate, but mating season is mainly in the fall. September, October, November. And this time of the year you'd find that the female is pregnant most times. Then they give birth early spring. So nature is following nature because the grass, fresh grass is coming up at that time, and they can provide enough milk for the, I guess they call it the kids or the foals. There's a word for it. Young baby deers are called foals, I think. Wow, why he's staying up here this morning? My golly. That I don't mind. So each year that antler falls off, then the following year it grows more majestically. Maybe puts on one or more branches until, if the animal is maybe 10 years old, then you see them this time of the year. It's majestic. In England, you can see how massive they are. There's something about color too. If I put on a brown color, dress in all brown and go outside and take my time, they may not detect who or what I am until I get close to them. But if the wind is blowing from my body towards them, then they'll smell, get a whiff of my body odor, and then they'll detect that it's something that is not a deer, but potentially an enemy, something that will cause trouble or even kill them. So they have nuts, they have grass, they have water in this area. So full display, but see, he eats every little thing. Now he's taking a couple mouthful of my mountain laurel plant. It's not poisonous, but he doesn't eat a lot of it. Picks. There he goes. Tend to eat a lot of the household plants in the area. Now you may wonder, I said the forest department allows us to hunt keep the population down. But we as folks, we're not allowed to hunt, especially in this area with a gun within 200 yards of the homes. So even if you're a licensed hunter, you're not allowed to hunt in this area. Some years ago, I've seen what they do. The hunters would do is come and build a house, a tree house or platform in the top of the tree like this. So the deer's they're not able to look up, and the hunter would stay up there until the deers are passed in the path, and then they'll be able to capture one or two. But the authorities must have put a stop to that. This is observation of the wild kingdom, coming to you from College Park. Here's a female. Eating a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Walk on the other side, see if we can see her. Oh, he's on the bushes. Let's see if we see any more. It's right down there. Alright, so now we have a smaller buck. Here we go, the squirrel. More wildlife, folks. Squirrel is moving from tree to tree. Don't have to come down on the ground. They're called. So two bucks are right down there beyond the fence. I think they know each other. They're not antagonistic against each other. No, actually three. Oh my golly. We're having a full display. We're having a meeting today, folks. Three of them. I don't know if you can see them. The big one and then two others. I wish I could get closer. Now the sun is coming up and you say burning away the fog, so it's clearing up a bit. You can see sun shining now a little bit. And that brown tree you've seen that has the dead dried up leaves is the beech tree. For some reason they don't shed their leaves in the fall a lot. They do keep some on, and then when the spring comes, then the new leaves push the old one off. So there they come. Coming up again. Big boy is coming towards us, folks. Here you go. He's having a bathroom moment. Full display this morning. Wow. See if we can see him again. On the other end. There we go. Dum, dum, dum. Oh my gosh, now we have the fox. Man, this morning what's going on? Here the foxes just came up in view. The fox and the deer. The last time I see something like this, my daughter was getting married. Let's see if we can find the fox on the other side because they're very fast. Here we go. Oh my gosh. You're having a full display. Full. I told you folks, I have fox, I have deers. Look at that. The fox and the deer, they're intermingle. What's going on? What's nature is saying to us today? I'm excited. Oh my God. Fox went down. What is happening is that the fox was getting food that was delivered to a homeless, not homeless, but a couple that became sick. They were delivering, call it meals on wheels, and they weren't there. So the fox was going down and eating, finding what's going on this morning. Full display, folks. 3 bucks, 1 fox, and a squirrel. An indication of something, you know. If you can understand nature, the wild animals, then you can understand I show you myself, because you may think I'm not here. I'm looking through the window, folks. And I'm right here with you. 2 bucks. 3 bucks. Why are they staying up here this morning? So this is the big one and then the smaller one. So that one looks like 3 years old, the one to the left. And the big one looks like 4 years old. Or at least it has 4 sprongs on its antler each side. And the other one has 3. So they're most likely brothers. Because if one is just a year older, you would be able to impregnate the female and have a brother 1 year younger. So it must have been all of these most likely are siblings of the bigger boy that used to be around here. I haven't seen him for a year or so. Who knows? He's probably dead by now. Wildlife in College Park, folks. I told you they were here. Why are they staying on the perf around the edges of the property this morning? Earlier they were up on the flat. There we go again. It's just behind the wood stock of wood. There you go, boy. Come on up so we can see you. And the female, she's grooming herself. She's grooming. Maybe she should ask the male to scratch her back for her. See? He's eating the young grass that's growing up. And he seems like he's protecting her. When they pair up, or not even pair up, when they group up, so you have one male buck and more than one female. And he seems like his main female is this one over here. And look at this. And I tell you folks, this buck, you can fence your yard as much as you want. 15 feet high is nothing for them to jump over. Even this fence right here beside him, if he wants to come into the backyard now, he just step right over with no great effort. There's one, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Wow, look at that. 4 prongs on his head. You're watching Shippy, the Explorer, bringing you video shots of the white-tailed deer of Maryland, United States. Last week when we had the place filled with snow, covered with snow, we only saw their footsteps, footmarks, and I searched this whole valley and couldn't find one. And this morning, for some reason, this buck is giving me a full display. Look at it. Look at this beauty. Some parts of the country, I think he hears me. He hears like a sound, but he doesn't know where I'm at. The sound I'm making is not threatening. Full, see the hair is going back and forth, and he's trying to detect what kind of sound. So he hears my voice coming. See the left ear is picking up my sound. You see, it's saying, okay, here, detect something, but it's not threatening. all mammals, see? We all have nostrils, ears to hear, eyes to see, nose to smell, tongue to taste, reproduction, organs. It's going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm going back and forth too. Now look at that. They're so comfortable. This one is laying down in the bushes, in the grass, in the leaves, dry leaves, beyond the fence. So they too get tired. So they must have been foraging from early this morning, and now we're taking a rest. It's as if they're in the pasture, my pasture, your pasture. So he will lay there and take a good rest. So everything is the robin, not robin, this is cardinal, bright red bird. It will be interesting to see if when this one comes over, when this one behind the stock of wood comes over, if the other one there would probably move. But as I said, it seems like they are very aware of each other and they know each other. There you go. Here's the cardinal on the wood. And there we have the buck just got up. So we have one buck there and the other one there. Some hunters would be happy to see this type of display. But as I say, they're in among the homes where they feel comfortable, feel protected, really. Here he comes. Now the other one is taking a rest. So one was lying that same bed. This one got up, and the other one took over the bed. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're sleeping, taking a rest in the garden. My golly. How beautiful. If you notice, guys, you don't look carefully, you can, if they can lay down in the grass, the leaves, and you pass them. If they didn't rustle or move, you probably could pass them and don't know, because their body color is almost the color of the dry leaves. So that's the camouflaging that they do. And in spring, when you have the babies, the mothers would leave the babies right there in the grass, and the babies keep quiet for maybe up to 2 or 3 hours, and then the mother come back. She take her time and come, and then the baby will smell her and run to drink, feed on the breast. My golly. And because I'm up elevated above them and I'm not making any great movement, he doesn't realize that I'm up here taking this picture. There you go. The sun is getting brighter and brighter. You're watching Shippy the Explorer. Observing and exploring the wildlife of Maryland from one of the rooms in my home that overlooks the forest. This is a privileged spot that we live in, where you can observe the wildlife. So far, folks, we have seen the fox, we have seen the deers. They're not going anywhere this morning soon. They are putting on a show, especially the male. And this is the male. The males are keeping quiet and resting, and the female, the does as they call them,